I was able to unlock all 10 levels of J so that I can access all the weapons. So all the guns, they're actually quite nice, and I really love the rifle. And this only took me about 60 minutes of gameplay, because the grind is horrible if you try and do this any other ways. I found some tricks, and with help from the community, I'm going to go ahead and tell you how to do them too. There's two ways to do this, and you need enough XP to unlock all 10 levels of J in order to access all of the weapons that you can buy from him. With the multiple methods I'm going to show you in this video, you will be able to get about 216 legendary pilgrim chests, 211 rare pilgrim chests, 22 legend levels out of this even, and box rewards from your legend levels, on top of the ability to unlock J completely. Now, it's important to mention that doing this in co-op is going to help you get this done quicker. Just activate the bounty where you can heal your friends 6 times, and this is going to help because the mission board is right next to J, so you can activate this and go back into the mission area to complete this much quicker. There's less travel time. However, there's a lot of people that don't have co-op members, and that's because they're not in my Discord. There's a lot of members there who can help, but if you want to do this solo, you're going to have to do the 10 survivor missions and complete those. Keep in mind that the GRE aberration in the Old Villador does count as this survivor mission category, and a huge thanks to Metal Freak for commenting on the last video that you can actually do this. Great tip. So now all you need to do is activate this bounty for completing 10 survivor missions and start the GRE aberration. So in total, when you finish this 10 survivor missions bounty using the GRE aberration in Old Villador, it'll take you about 3 minutes to complete that. Now it takes you about 3.3 completions of this survivor mission because that'll all add up to a little over 1000 XP. This comes to about 99 minutes of game time doing this non-stop from scratch, assuming you have none of J unlocked. But I was able to do it in 60 minutes because I had 2 levels unlocked already just from messing around. Okay, so here's how you do the method 1, and this is probably going to be one of the easiest when it comes to doing it solo. And a huge thanks to BarGods RV for showing this trick with comments on the last video. This was really helpful. If anyone has any extra tips and tricks for Dying Light 2, feel free to leave them in the comments and I might make a video about it and give you a shout out. So here are the steps. First, make sure that you activate the 10 survivor mission bounty at J. Then once you've done this, I've refined the process of doing this, so follow me exactly how I do it. I'm going to fast travel to Old Villador, and then this is the way that I go to get to the GRE aberration. Go ahead and start the event, and before you do anything, run and jump just before these trash piles and use your grapple against the GRE aberration, and you can just 2-swat him if you're using a glitched weapon, which I will link a video in the top right in the cards on how to get a glitched weapon if you don't have one. And then just go ahead and repeat this process 10 times, make sure you're counting, and even using an XP booster might help if you want to level up at the same time much faster. I didn't use an XP booster and still was able to get 22 legend levels, so that's quite nice. Once you've done these 10 times, go back to J, change the date on your PC or console to a month forward or a month back, it doesn't matter. If changing the date the first time doesn't change or update your bounty, to refresh it, do it one more time and it should do it after that. Once that bounty has reset, reactivate the bounty and repeat the process. Go back to the GRE aberration, go ahead and kill it 10 times, and then fast travel back to J and you get the picture. Repeat this process over and over again and do this for about 60 to 90 minutes, depending on how far you already are with unlocking J. This just shows you how much of a grind this really is to unlock this guy. It's incredibly time consuming. Keep in mind that if you want to, you can activate additional bounties at the same time, but keep in mind it'll take longer to finish the weekly bounty, so it might just be a waste of your time anyways trying to get those extra bounties. And this is all, of course, if you don't have a co-op member, which is going to help a lot. Method number 2 was suggested by Fimble, which is actually a really great tip. If you use the camouflage grease from the Bloody Ties DLC, you can just go right through the zombies. So go ahead and do this. With the camo grease, go ahead to your survivor missions and start the priceless one. And with the camo grease, just go ahead and speedrun it, opening all the crates. You'll have to refresh the camo grease because it doesn't last very long. But this is nice because you don't have to waste time fighting these enemies. Keep in mind though that at the end of this mission, you do have to kill the last few zombies. So you are going to have to need a weapon for that. And you can do this in about 2 to 3 minutes each time. But this is a much longer process because getting one of these done for the 10 that you have to finish in order to complete the bounty, it takes that 2 to 3 minutes, whereas the GRE aberration takes about 5 seconds, assuming you're using a glitch weapon or a very strong weapon against a GRE aberration. So this second method with the camo grease does take longer, but it is available if you don't have a glitched weapon and can't kill the GRE aberration as fast. Remember, if you do want to increase your legend levels faster than normal while doing either of these methods, having your difficulty on hard is going to obviously give you more XP for your legend levels, so keep that in mind. Now remember that you won't have enough Watcher tokens by the end of this when you have unlocked a J completely, simply because the GRE aberration doesn't reward you with these Watcher tokens. So I do have a video on how you can get all of these Watcher tokens really quickly, and it's basically speedrunning the toxic work environment, the elite missions. And this will take you about 2 minutes to get 40 Watcher tokens, which is one of the fastest way to get these tokens in order to buy all these guns that you want. The video on how to do that is on screen. There's another video on screen on how I unlocked J. If you don't have J, make sure that you have access to the fisheye, which is the central loop. You have to progress the story in order to do that. But I do have a video on how I unlocked J and the whole storyline for that. If this video is helpful, please leave a like. That'll just let me know that this helped you. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.